Hey, welcome back to Cobb's Q. I'm Kevin Cobb, and today we're going to do a Cajun turkey. Now, our family favorite is a fried turkey, but we're going to change it up a bit today, and we're going to add a brine, and we're going to smoke it. So let's get the brining. Well, since we're going to set this up for dinner about 3:30, we had to back the hours up of cooking, which is about 3.5 hours. To brine the bird, 45 minutes per pound. We started at 2 in the morning. It's getting close to 3. First thing we're going to do is take our Bayou brine, and we got to heat that to a boil with 2 quarts of water and really incorporate this to where it's fully stirred in and dissolved and all the sugars are dissolved. Then we have to let it completely cool. So while that's cooling, we're going to go ahead. Another thing I want to do is go ahead and just inject the bird. I love Creole butter. I couldn't find the actual Creole garlic butter, so I'm sticking with Creole butter today. We're going to go ahead and inject the turkey, and once we've got the turkey injected, then we're going to take it up and we're going to put it in the brine for, see, we have an 11-pound bird, so you do the math. I think we're going to pull it out about 11:30. I like to pour these into a jar, so if I have any of this left over, it's not tainted, if you will. I'm going to do 3 on each side of the breasts. So come down right about the center, go straight down. We'll bring 1 straight up. Just slowly pull it. Try not to get it squirt out of the skin. Get some more. We're going to go back into the exact same hole. This time we're going to go to the front of the breast. We'll fill that in. Slowly back it up. And once again, this time to the back of the breast. Repeat this process on this side. For now, I'm going to do 1 in each leg. And you feel the leg tighten up in this area. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and hit each wing. We're going to go ahead and get the thighs. And that is pretty much injected and where we want it to be. We're going to go ahead and take this back upstairs, and as soon as the water is completely cooled off from the brine, we're going to go ahead and place this into the brine with an additional 2 gallons of water. And again, we're going to let this sit in the refrigerator in a brining bag for 45 minutes per pound, or about 11:30 this morning. Okay, happy Thanksgiving. It is exactly 8.5 hours later, so this bird is ready to go on to the Traeger. First thing we're gonna do is pull it out. We've already washed it off really well and then dried it. We're gonna go ahead and spatchcock this now. And again, we're just gonna cut right down the backbone. I think I will start from this side and just work right down the bone. There we go. Voila. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this breastbone, and I'm just gonna take this and lightly cut right through. And in doing so, it should pop straight open. Just like that. Now the other thing we can do to make it easier later, we got this breastbone right along in here. And when we go to cut it later, it can be a real pain to cut around it. So what we can do is use our finger and come down this, and we'll slightly open it, and we'll just take that breastbone right out right now. And that's going to help us later to cut the bird, as well as layer a little more flat. So just make a slice, run our finger right along that bone. It'll separate. We'll do the same on the other side. You can get your finger under there and just run our finger right down the center, and it will pull out. There we go. All right, that'll be out. That'll make it easier. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dress this side of the turkey, because the opposite side is our presentation side. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and remove a glove. I'm gonna go ahead and prep with a little of our duck fat. And being that we love to use a Cajun turkey, and usually a deep fry, but today we didn't have our deep fry stuff, we're gonna go ahead and use our Tony Chachere. Now, since in a deep fry, a lot of this will kind of come off. Today, since we're smoking, is obviously gonna stay on. So this is a little salty, so we're not gonna put as much as we normally would if we're deep frying. So we're just gonna lightly cover this. Okay, that's good. We're gonna flip our bird. And hit it with duck fat again. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is we're going to do the wings. Okay, once again, tuck that right there. Tuck that right there. That's good. Okay, at that point, the bird is ready to go on. We're gonna roll with 275 degrees today on the Traeger. And we're gonna go probably about 3 hours. We're gonna use the Thermopin again today, and signals. We're gonna put one in the breast and one in the leg. We're just gonna see how it operates today to bring us up to our desired 165 on the breasts. Obviously a little higher on the dark meat, but we'll see how that goes. We're also gonna try to stick it on one of these like we do with chicken. Since we got a smaller turkey, I think this will work. I would call that good enough. If the wings hang off a little bit, that's good enough. So let's go ahead. Let's take this over to the Traeger and we'll start smoking the bird. Okay, so let's get the bird on. Push that in a little bit. We're going to take the green side of a leg. We're going to take this. We're going to shove that down inside the breast. So red will be our breast. Green will be our leg for the dark meat. And push that in. We're going to try to go for about, again, 3 hours at 275. We'll see how it's looking and we'll make evaluations from there. Okay, the Thermopin says we are at 165, so we're going to go ahead and raise. We're going to take a look. Yep, we're there. We're there. This is ready. Pull that. Pull that. Take the bird off. We're going to try to just lightly shake it onto the platter. There we go. Yeah, we lost a little bit of meat, but that gives us a chance to taste test something. Set this aside for a moment. She looks beautiful. She looks really good. We're going to go ahead and cut into this here in a moment and see how this tastes. Okay, so we've gotten it off. We had a little bit of meat that came out of the bottom, but what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to have the cameraman come over here and give me a quick taste test. This is Thanksgiving after all. So that way we can keep the turkey nice and together for presentation when we go upstairs for dinner. Take a test and tell me what you think.
All right, well, this piece looks real good. We're going to go ahead and try this.
Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Can you get any of the Cajun spice out of it?
Taste the Cajun. Get a little bit of the salt. It's good.
That's almost like frying one. Oh, I do like that. That's got that. It's got the Cajun flavor. It doesn't have, obviously, the peanut oil crispy skin. You may. But all the flavors that you get when you deep fry a bird, minus that skin, this has that. But it also has a little smoke flavor.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All the things you just labeled, I had to go for a second piece.
Yeah. And then, as you recall earlier, we had taken the breastbone out, and we did that on purpose. So all we have to do with the bird now, simply take the knife, come straight down, and that's it. And we can open the bird up, and oh man, there's juice coming out of that. So we're going to put this back together. We're going to call it Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving 2023. We hope everybody has a very prosperous year. Thank you again for joining us. We hope you'll take a moment and like.
And subscribe.
And again, thanks for joining us, taking time out of your day. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.